Karen shot a drone over her yard, then got arrested for property damage. What would you do if someone invaded your privacy with a buzzing drone, hovering just above your backyard? Karen Miller stood on her pristine lawn, her eyes narrowed at the sky. The drone whirred like a mechanical wasp, darting over her rose bushes, its tiny camera glinting in the fading sunlight. To Karen, it wasn't just a gadget, it was a violation. A stranger's eye peering into her sanctuary. She'd had enough. The 45-year-old divorcee, known for her fiery temper and a reputation for confronting anyone who crossed her, grabbed her late father's shotgun from the garage. "Not in my yard," she muttered, her voice trembling with fury. The first shot missed, but the second sent the drone spiraling down in a plume of smoke, crashing into her neighbor's fence. Splinters flew, and the drone's wreckage scattered across her grass like a broken toy. Karen smirked, triumphant. But that moment of victory was short-lived. The drone belonged to 16-year-old Tim Gwynn, a shy high schooler who'd saved 6 months' worth of part-time job money to buy it. Tim wasn't spying, was filming a school project, a short documentary about suburban life. His drone had strayed slightly off course, hovering over Karen's yard for less than a minute. Tim watched in horror from his bedroom window as his prized possession exploded in midair. His mother, Lynn, a single parent who worked double shifts as a nurse, rushed outside, her face a mix of shock and anger. "That was my son's property," Lynn shouted, storming toward Karen's fence. Karen, still clutching the shotgun, scoffed. "Your kid's toy was trespassing. I have rights." The argument escalated, voices piercing the quiet neighborhood. Neighbors peeked through curtains, phones already dialing 911. Karen doubled down, claiming self-defense. "That thing could have been recording me. You don't know what creeps are out there," she yelled, jabbing a finger at Lynn. But Lynn wasn't backing down. "You shot it over your yard, Karen, and you damaged our fence. You're the creep here." The truth began to unravel as Tim, trembling but resolute, showed police the drone's footage, recovered from its memory card. The video showed nothing but a fleeting glimpse of Karen's roses before the screen went black. No spying, no invasion, just a kid's innocent mistake. Karen's claim of privacy violation crumbled. Worse, the stray buckshot had not only destroyed the drone but also shattered a panel of Lynn's cedar fence and knocked over a swing set in the adjacent yard, owned by the Wilsons, a young couple with a toddler. Enter Mrs. Clara Evans, an unexpected twist in the saga. The 70-year-old widow, who lived across the street, had been quietly watching the neighborhood drama unfold. Clara, a retired lawyer with a sharp mind and a penchant for justice, had her own security camera pointed at Karen's yard. "I've dealt with Karens before," Clara said later, her voice calm but steely. She handed the police a USB drive with crystal-clear footage. Karen firing recklessly, the drone plummeting, and the fence splintering. The video also caught Karen's smug grin as she surveyed the wreckage, unaware of the chaos she'd caused. Clara's evidence was damning, shifting the narrative from Karen's heroic stand to a reckless act of destruction. "She didn't just shoot a drone," Clara told the officers. "She endangered everyone around her." The confrontation reached its peak when police arrived, sirens cutting through the twilight. Karen stood defiant, arms crossed, insisting she was within her rights. "It's my property. I can protect it," she snapped. But the officers weren't swayed. The drone's footage and Clara's video painted a clear picture. Karen's actions weren't self-defense but a tantrum gone too far. The damaged fence, the toppled swing set, and the drone's smoldering remains were all evidence of her recklessness. Lynn's voice cracked as she spoke to the police, holding Tim close. That drone was his dream. He worked so hard for it. The Wilsons, too, were furious, pointing to their toddler's swing set, now a twisted heap. "Our daughter could have been playing there," Mrs. Wilson said, her voice shaking. Karen's bravado faltered as the handcuffs clicked around her wrists. "This is ridiculous," she shouted, her voice echoing as she was led to the squad car. Karen's downfall was swift and merciless. At the station, she faced charges of property damage, reckless endangerment, and discharging a firearm within city limits. The neighborhood buzzed with gossip, but it wasn't just about Karen's arrest. It was about the ripple effect of her actions. Tim, devastated but resilient, started a crowdfunding page to replace his drone, and donations poured in from neighbors who'd seen his quiet determination. Lynn, though exhausted, found support from the community, who rallied to repair her fence. The Wilsons, shaken but relieved no one was hurt, joined the effort, turning the incident into a neighborhood bonding moment. Karen, meanwhile, sat in a holding cell, her defiance replaced by a dawning realization. Her impulsive act had cost her more than she'd ever imagined. The trial was a spectacle. Karen's lawyer argued she acted out of fear, but the jury saw through it. Clara's footage, played on a courtroom screen, showed Karen's reckless disregard for safety. Tim's testimony, delivered with quiet strength, moved everyone. "I just wanted to make something beautiful," he said, his voice steady. The judge didn't hold back. Karen was fined heavily, ordered to pay restitution for the drone, fence, and swing set, and sentenced to community service. Her reputation, once that of a formidable neighborhood watchdog, was now a cautionary tale. Neighbors who once feared her sharp tongue now saw her as a lesson in unchecked anger. In the end, Karen's story wasn't just about a drone or a shotgun. It was about accountability, about how one person's rage can ripple outward, hurting others in ways they never foresee. Tim rebuilt his drone, this time with the community's help, and his documentary won a school award, featuring a new segment about forgiveness and second chances. Lynn found strength in her neighbors' support, and Clara, the unsung hero, became a quiet legend in the neighborhood. Karen, humbled and quieter now, began her community service, cleaning up the very park where Tim filmed his project. What do you think? Did Karen deserve her fate, or was she just protecting her space? Share your thoughts.